Hi guys, Darth Deuces here with another Gunpla model kit review. And I'm going to take a look at the Gundam, the Origin, high grade Zaku 2 Type C slash Type C-5. And this is a really cool kit, or the Origin line in general. I think this is the first Origin kit I've built. I have one other one I haven't built yet. And I got a couple more coming in. But these ones are really cool, because basically they take the classic mobile suits that we've seen in the original Mobile Suit Gundam, and they give them a more realistic look and feel and an update to their kits in some cases. So yeah, this is your standard Zaku 2. I have it built in the Type C configuration. You do get parts to be able to build it as the Type C5 if you so desire. They're not too different, but they do have some differences. So what's really cool right off the bat, build-wise, that you get options when you're building. So if you decide to army build these a bit, you can build them to look slightly different. So you don't have a completely the same looking army if you don't want to. Build itself is really solid. I had no issues at all. It's simple, but yet still interesting. The engineering is really good. Doesn't take too long to build, so that's really great as well. The kit's also really solid, shaking it around and everything. I think the only thing is like the waist joint's a little bit on the loose-ish side, but it still won't pop off super easily, so I had no real issues there. Taking a look at it, some decently glossy because of the plastic, but the greens used are much darker and deeper and honestly more realistic looking than the original Zaku 2 looked in the original series and that kit, which I will compare it with. And the proportions, I think, look a lot better on this kit, a lot more believable, which I really like. This kit also has some nice panel lining. I have panel lined and stickered this kit. That's all I've done to it, no paint. And it looks really good with all those extra panel lines to give it some more realistic detailing. Here you have the head here. You actually get two options for stickers for the eyes. You get this one where it's kind of fading out at the edges, which is what the one that I applied. I think it looks really good. You also just get a flat pink looking sticker if you just want a more generic, simpler look, I guess. So you get options of that, which is also really cool. And the head looks really great. It does have the little gimmick where if you pop off the head, you do have the little lever here, and you can move that left or right and have the mono eye move, which is really cool. It's a bit on the loose side in a way it moves really easily, but it's not a big deal. It's a really cool feature. I like having that for my Zakus. And you got the torso here looking really good. The stickers aren't too bad. The borders are a little bit noticeable from a close up because there's no really white on this kit or anything, but I still think they look pretty cool. The arms look really good. You got the backpack, which there's actually two versions you can build. You can build this one, which is what I opted for, because you get these two extra holes, so you can port things like this bazooka holding clip, which I like. So I built this one. There's also one that just doesn't have those. You get this shoulder pad here, which is on a bit articulated to move out of the way, and it does give you a decent amount of clearance, so that looks really good as well. And you also get this one, which is also on a ball joint. I think it pivots slightly. On the shoulder, you actually get some extra bazooka ammo clips, which is really cool. You can remove both of them. There's a sticker under there, so if you want to, you can have just the standard look without the bazooka clips. But I like the idea of mounting the extra bazooka clips on the shield. I like that look, so it gives it some extra bulk as well. So I like that. Got the skirt, which is really solid. No loose pieces on it, which is great. I love the legs. They look really good. The pipes work really good as well, or the tubes, and the feet and everything look great as well. And overall, just a really great looking kit. In terms of articulation, he's also really good. You can look down a bit, not much up, and you get rotation and a little bit of pivot due to the way the tube's getting in the way. You can lift the arms a decent amount, about 90, maybe just a little bit shy of that. You also have the hinge that moves forward like that, and you also have a hinge at the torso which moves inwards a bit, which is really cool. I really like that design feature. Swivel at the bicep, double hinge at the elbow, which moves all the way in, which is great, and a ball joint at the wrist. Get that ball joint in the waist, which has some decent movement. The skirt pieces are articulated to move out of the way for posing. And you can kick the legs pretty far forward, excuse me, and pretty far out. They can also move forward if you so want them to. There's a little rocker there so you can get extra crunching motion, I suppose. You get a rotation. Double hinge at the knee, which moves in pretty good. And I like how that looks. You get a hinge out, forward, and pretty decent pivot as well. So he's got great articulation. You can get a lot of poses out of this kit, which is always great. And in terms of accessories and extras and all that jazz, he comes with a lot of stuff, which is definitely one of the highlights of this kit. He does actually come with an alternate top head piece, which has the fin, so if you wanted to be a commander, you can do that, so that's a really great extra piece. You do get extra ammo, so like I said, you got the extra bazooka clips. You also get an extra drum clip for the machine gun, so that's really cool. And you can store it on his back here. He's got a hole. You can pour it in there. It doesn't stick in like the greatest, like if you're moving it, like touching it, it's going to move and want to fall out, but once you have it in where you want it and displayed, it shouldn't fall out. He comes with the action-based adapter if you need it. Does he? Because yeah, he doesn't have a hole in the bottom, so you do get that adapter. You get some different hands, so I have the normal gripping hands on there. You also get a left open hand / weapon supporting hand, and you get a right trigger hand to hold the different accessories, gun accessories, sorry. Next up, his melee weapons. You do get the disengaged Heat Hawk as well as the normal Heat Hawk. And for Heat Hawk, you can simply just slide it into the hand, which is always great. I don't like having to take apart the hands to hold weapons, and that looks pretty cool. Your standard stuff there. You can also store this. Got a peg there. You can store the deactivated Heat Hawk on the hip there. It's really cool. Just gonna remove the drum mag for now because it doesn't stay on there the greatest. Next up, I guess the machine guns. You actually get 2 machine guns, which is pretty cool. I guess first off, you get the standard Zaku 2 machine gun with the drum mag. You can remove the drum mag, but it's on there really tight, so I'm not going to do it. But you can if you wanted to. And you can pivot the sight, pivot the handle, and you can get the gripping hand on there, and you can get great poses with the machine gun, no problem. So that's really cool. The machine gun they honestly didn't have to include, but they did anyways, which is really cool. Is you actually get the belt-fed machine gun, which I think is more common on the Zaku 1s. But you get this extra piece here where you can clip to the bottom of the backpack. You get the movable bendy ammo pack, which is rear ammo belt, sorry, which is pretty cool. And the machine gun, which looks pretty similar to the drum-fed one, it just instead has the belt. And you can again pivot the handle and the sight, so that's really cool as well. And the last 2 weapons, you get the Zaku bazooka here from Origins, which is pretty cool. Again, you got a sticker there for the sight. You can pivot the sight, pivot the handle here. You can also remove the bazooka clip if you so desire, so I think that's a really cool feature. And it sticks in there nice and tight. Again, you can hold it pretty well. It's a bit more awkward to hold the bazooka just because you got the shoulder shield in the way, but you can also, if you do this backpack configuration, you can clip the bazooka onto his back, so I really like that. Always appreciate weapon storage, so that's really cool. And then lastly, I think my favorite accessory, or favorite gun that this model comes with, the anti-ship rifle, the huge sniper rifle that they have, is super cool. I just really love it. I got the trigger hand on there. Looks really cool. Got a sticker there for the sight. It's ridiculously massive, which is always awesome on mobile suits. And I love seeing this gun in the anime. And I like it on this kit. Because I have the trigger hand on it, I will show that. He does hold it really well. because of the small stock, it doesn't get in the way. And so you can just kind of, you can support it with one hand, which is actually pretty cool because of how big it is, but you can actually take the other open hand, pop that off, pop that in, pivot that, and I'm not going to get the greatest pose right now because I'm just trying to show you, but there you go, you can get that for the supporting hand, and you can have him holding it. As you can see, it's a really massive rifle, and that looks really cool. So next, real quick, you get the Origin Zaku, and here he is with the really old production type Zaku 2 that I actually have reviewed, and here it is. So this one has the much lighter color scheme, much more simpler mold, which makes it look a bit more accurate to the original anime. And this isn't a bad kit by any means. It's really cheap and holds up decently for how old it is. But there's no contest. This Origin one is just so much cooler. You get so much more stuff, better articulation, better detailing. This is basically you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. This guy is fantastic. This one's not bad though either. This will probably be my painting guinea pig when I eventually get into that realm. But yeah, overall, if you can get your hands on this Zaku 2 from the Origin, and you're a Zaku fan, Xeon fan, and you want to build up your Zakus, or just get a Zaku if you're trying to figure out which one you want, 100% recommend picking up this one. Comes with a bunch of accessories, a bunch of options, great look, and great articulation. You just can't really go wrong. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.